Alright guys, welcome back. When the French President Guterres was walking on red carpet, being aligned with soldiers, being escorted with high security personnel, Rigathi Gachagua dropped this bombshell. I want you just to listen to this bombshell. It is around of 8 minutes. Just listen from it. I'm coming back to talk about it and giving my interpretation on it.
Instead of boasting of hosting over 30 presidents in Nairobi, William Ruto must focus on solving domestic issues. 3 days ago, six Kenyans in Mandera were brutally butchered by Jubilant forces who continue to illegally occupy the Kenyan soil. 7 other Kenyans are fighting for their lives in hospital, and not a single word from William Ruto. As we speak, Mandera County remains insecure and a big threat to the peace in the Horn of Africa. This is highly occasioned by issuance of Kenyan national IDs to non-Kenyan Somalis to enable them get an easy access to passports across the world. This has opened the world to terror groups in terrorist shells in Somalia. We are aware of this. And I must say, dangerous threat disadvantages genuine Kenyan Somalis as they are held in suspicion while applying for visas to travel to various nations across the world. Mr. Guterres, be informed Ruto is the greatest threat to Kenyan democracy and human rights violation. Kenya has become a haven of state-sponsored goonism and political intolerance. Ahead of the 10th August 2027 polls, Kenya risks to have over 2 million goons in the streets, courtesy of William Ruto's creation. Kenya risks the Haiti route. Women and children are tortured and attacked in churches with live ammunition, tear gas canisters, and the brutality of clubs and machetes, not once, not twice. Businesses belonging to certain communities are being touched by goons under police escort, and the president remains silent. Mr. William Ruto is, in a mischievous way, creating electoral fear and voter suppression. Kenya risks slipping into anarchy. Might William Ruto be tempted to rig elections that he is about to lose? We urge the world, and especially the UN Secretary General, that the actions and omissions of President William Ruto ahead of 2027 polls. Mr. Antonio Guterres, Kenya has become a global hub for abductions, human trafficking, an international drug superhighway, an international drug destination. Foreigners and asylum seekers in Kenya have no peace. At least 50 foreign nationals have been abducted, tortured, or killed on Kenyan soil. Over the two categories: transnational targeting asylum seekers and political and terrorist-related kidnappings in specific high-risk regions. On the transnational repression and asylum seekers, the government of Ruto has colluded with foreign governments to seize political dissidents and asylum seekers. For instance, in October 2024, 7 Turkish asylum seekers were abducted in Nairobi in a mafia-style and brutally tortured. 4 were forcibly returned to Turkey, despite international criticism regarding the principle of non-refoulement. In October 2024, Ugandan opposition leader Dr. Kiza Besigye was abducted in Nairobi and deported to Uganda to face political charges in the In January 2025, a Tanzanian journalist, Maria Sarungi, was abducted in Nairobi and was headed to Tanzania for charges and jail under Samia Suluhu, but Kenyans stopped it. Nationals from Southern Sudan, Ethiopia, Tanzania, and Rwanda have been targeted for their political activism or criticism of their home governments. They are not safe in Kenya. On William Ruto's dalliance with M23 rebels, the DRC president was visibly uncomfortable visiting Kenya for the summit, and thereafter is President Museveni's inauguration, a clear statement of his discomfort with Kenya's interference in DRC Congo. On the issue of peace in the Horn of Africa, Mr. Guterres, now that we are here in Kenya, we have severally warned about the war in Darfur, Sudan, Southern Sudan, DRC conflict, and Somalia. We have also spoken about Ruto's involvement through his good and direct assistance to rebels, especially Mr. Hemeti. Mr. Guterres, yesterday, you described the Sudan crisis as a nightmare and a carnage spilling out of control. You called for immediate ceasefire. You also condemned external interference. You also said this is a grave humanitarian violation of human rights, causing regional instability. You called for accountability. Unfortunately, you are seated with the very men in charge and responsible for what you are condemning, William Ruto. Mr. Guterres, you were seated with the war commander, and he hosted you to a state banquet yesterday night. You cannot talk about normalizing situation in Sudan when you are hosted by the commander and the men responsible for insecurity in the region. Recent exposes by media and other institutions have predicted me. The following is the list of criminals from Somalia, Zimbabwe, Southern Sudan, and Sudan who have been issued with Kenyan diplomatic passports, and they are housed here in Nairobi by William Ruto, and they continue to cause havoc in their countries. Children and women in Sudan and DRC are crying because of his actions connections with M23. The media will be giving you a list of criminals, national criminals, most facing sanctions, drug traffickers that have been issued by passports. The worst Minister for Interior since independence. A man, for the right price, will sell in the world. We'll be giving you that list so that you can also cross-check that. The world must know that Kenya is an international and destination as well. In Mr. Ruto's cabinet sits 2 drug barons, Mr. Antonio Guterres. In Russia and Ukraine, as of May 2026, over 1,000 Kenyans are estimated to have been lured into fighting for Russia in the Ukraine war. In deaths reported, many are tricked by force. William Ruto and some of his cabinet secretaries who are actively involved in these matters. Of this atrocity must face the law. To the president, in the presence of Emmanuel Macron from France, it is important we let you know why Kenyans made noise to you at the University of Nairobi Taifa Hall.
And guys, before we talk about it, kindly please, in case this is your first time coming across us, take a minute or two, click that subscribe button, then allow notification buttons to be on. Whenever we shall be producing a video like this one, YouTube will automatically be giving you a notification. Now, the president of France was in this country, but what they talked in that boardrooms, in that meeting, according to me, haikusaidia Africa in any other way. These are the same speeches. These people repeat speaking in this meeting. I think I can say it's just the same scripts that these people reads. Yani, the same speech that atakuja nayo during this summit is the same speech that you just revise kidogo, then akuja nayo in the next summit. Meaning that they are not even helping Kenya at all. So, when they are talking about, let's just try to vindicate Rigathi Gachagua. When they are talking about war in Sudan, who is the commander there? Your guess is good as mine. Last year, we saw how Kenyans weapon as the emblem of Kenya zilipatikana kule South Sudan. You have seen how Rigathi Gachagua exposing the RFF leader that's now forming government in Nairobi, yet the people they are committing genocide in their country. Which summit are they having? Surely this draws you to allegation that Rigathi was trying to speak about. This is just about the business. This is not about the relationship of between this country and the other country. Okay, now African nation. I think these people, the leaders that we are, they're trying to lead us into the new colonial. Now the colonial that now the black people are benefiting on behalf of their own black people. Hmm? You know, these people, they talk the way they have talked, watamaliza. After they have concluded, kila mtu ataenda kwao. Kenyan will remain to suffer. In fact, hata utajua there's some deals that ilisainiwa behind the curtain. And that deals is Kenya that is going to suffer for the next 10 to 20 years. And we are still suffering. So which leader are we having? You know, when they come in a name of we, the Kenyan government, together with. I think let these things be individual. Ruto has met with Guterres, full stop. Not the French government has met with the Kenyan government. I also concur with those people that were protesting yesterday. This not has to do with Kenyan people, and this not something to do with the France government. It's something to do with individuals. Even though when Rigathi is exposing Ruto, that's not enough. But now, even though not only that, activists to come out and deny all these things that is happening in our nation, we as also citizens of these countries also ought to not accept it. These people are shifting the military. They say now they will be training on our land. You know, when they come to train on our land, and they are our people suffering. I used to do some research and listen to what is happening there. We have some of the range there in Olkalau. And you find that when these military bases are coming in Kenya, and the people surrounding suffer, not even are the people of surrounding that are suffering, but government hawataki kujua. What just they need to know, what just they need, pesa imekuja, they have exchanged the brown envelope, check zimesainiwa, deals zimepigwa, then let the common mwananchi suffer. Africa, tutasafa hadi lini? Sometimes it's hard to talk about it, but sometimes we also ought to talk about it. But when we don't talk about it, wanasamanga, the history will charge us. They will say, when this was happening, Mkuu, what did you contribute on it? Sina uwezo, but I had a platform, I talked to my people. This thing is not what we want. I had a platform, I shared with the people. What is your thought again? I'm out. Drop it in comment section. I'll be doing my best to read it and giving you response. And to that, guys, peace and love. Let's meet in the next videos. And guys, in case you have not subscribed to this channel, this is the real place you need to be. I normally say that subscribe, support. I'm just in this industry new. Tunasemanga sisi ni ma entry level. You have also to give us support. Place tumekosa. You advise us. You give us what to do. You try to renew. Also, share your feedback on the number that I normally share on your screen. That's number. Share your feedback on WhatsApp, call, then everything will be okay. And to that, guys, peace and love. Bye-bye.
And with that, guys, thank you for choosing Kenya Political Brief as our primary news platform, more so on politics. Kindly please share this video to a friend. If politics is your passion, this is the place you really wish to be. Kindly subscribe. Bye bye.